Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to show you guys how to rebuild your credit basically overnight. And I'm going to show you what to do yourself that these credit repair companies charge so much for. And it's so simple, I'm telling you. I did it. I know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you also how Capital One helped me rebuild my credit when no other card would approve me. So let's go back about 10 years ago. I had to file bankruptcy, and at that time my credit score was 550. So my attorney told me to go ahead at this point and try to apply for one credit card. He said Capital One, because Capital One will approve you when most credit card companies will not. Okay, so 10 years later, I have 4 Capital One credit cards. But let's get back to right after the bankruptcy. I had a score of 550, and the Venture card in the lower left was the first one that I applied for, and I was approved immediately with a credit line of $2,000. So 10 years later, I have 4 Capital One credit cards. My credit limits have increased a great deal, and they have helped me build my credit from having a score of 550 to a score of 790, which is considered perfect. 790, 800s, all perfect. You're going to get the same amazing finance rates and everything. So I can go into any dealership. Thank goodness I'm modest and responsible, because I could get any vehicle I want with 0 down, drive off in a new vehicle an hour later. So in the United States, you are your credit score. You may not be able to get an apartment, rent a car, buy a house, if you don't have good credit. So applying for some kind of credit is the only way you will build your credit score. So over the last 10 years, I have never been late with one payment ever. As a matter of fact, I have to remember to use my cards. Because believe it or not, if you have a credit card and you don't use it at all, let's say for a year or more, they very well could cancel you, because if you are not using the card, you're not doing anything for the credit card company, you're not doing anything for yourself to build your credit, they very well could cancel you. So I remember to use my cards periodically. The longest period of time that I won't use the card is 6 months, and then I will use it for gas, for groceries, small purchases that I can easily pay off. And also, credit cards are a very good thing. Don't think that they're a bad thing, because the only people who get in trouble with credit cards are the people who think that they're free money. They're not free money. They're there to help you in emergencies. They're there to help you build your credit. But that's it. You would not believe the credit limits I have on these cards. And it's not possible that I'm going to ever, no matter what, use all of my credit. It's just not possible. Don't get in over your head. Pretend like you don't have it. It's not there. It's not free money. It's just there to help you with your credit score. That's it. So if you are someone like me who is really responsible with money, credit cards are your friend. They help you build your credit. The more you use it, the more payments appear on your credit report, and your score will go up, up, up. And another piece of advice that I like to give you guys, don't feel that you have to go the secured card route. You know, these secured cards where you're basically using your own money. You don't have to do that. Like I said, Capital One more than likely will approve you if you have a credit score of at least 550. Also, Capital One is excellent about giving credit increases. So they will take a look at your account about once a year, and they will give you a credit increase based off your payment history and your purchase history. So for this card right here, I started off with $2,000. 10 years later, I probably have enough credit on this card to buy a car. So if you see -12 and -65, that is because I pay my credit cards in advance. So I had two returns. I had a Walmart return and I had a return here from Amazon. And as soon as they got the return, my account was credited. So now at this point, they owe me. But anyway, they are really, really good about giving credit increases also. Okay, so the next best advice that I could give you guys, this is free advice. I am not getting paid by Credit Karma. I wish I was. I just love this site. Make an account with Credit Karma. It's completely free. You don't need a credit card to sign up. Nothing. They give you your credit scores. You can see your credit report. They give you a list of credit cards that you're most likely to be approved for. So, for instance, if your credit score is 550, they'll show you a list of credit cards that a lot of people with your score was approved for, how much they were approved for, like the credit line. It's an amazing site. Let me give you a little story about Credit Karma. So I was in the dealership all 3 times getting finance for new vehicles, and immediately while I was at the dealership, Credit Karma was texting me and emailing me telling me that this dealership was looking into my credit. So they are literally on top of things that much. So along with Capital One, Credit Karma helped me a great deal. So if you're watching this video, you are sick and tired of having bad credit. I know what it's like to have bad credit. It's embarrassing. And now I know what it's like to have excellent credit. It's a really, really good feeling. I got in over my head at one time. I will never, ever misuse or disrespect my credit ever again. So I take great pride in my credit, paying my bills on time, being responsible. So your credit is something that you can clean up. You can have perfect credit at one time. And don't think, like I said, don't think credit cards are a bad thing. They're a good thing. They're a tool that can help you build your credit as long as you are responsible. Don't think Capital One is going to rip you off and try to ruin your credit. I have been a loyal customer of Capital One for 10 years. They have done nothing but help me every step of the way. So I hope this video helps someone somewhere sometime. And I'm going to leave the links to Capital One so you can go ahead and try to apply for a card. If you have, I'm going to say, at least a credit score of 550, you will be approved by Capital One. And I'm also going to leave the link to Credit Karma. These are 2 companies and tools that has helped me a great deal. So I just want to pass along the information in hopes it can help someone else, because I remember what it was like to have bad credit. So if you are new to my channel, please like this video. Use the links down below to help yourself and leave me a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.